Hi everybody, welcome to True Wants. We're here, we help you decide if you're going to change a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that's right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also a bell that's beside that subscribe button. I recommend that you press it. What that is called the notification bell, and YouTube will send you one email notifying you that I just uploaded a brand new video, and you will see it in your inbox, the picture of what the video is, plus the title. So if it's something that, because I upload a lot, so if it's something that says it's a deal and it might be time sensitive, you might want to press on that right away. If not, it's a good reminder in your inbox to watch it a little bit later, but you know something fun is waiting for you there. All right? It's something I use, and I always want to make sure that I mention it because I don't want you guys to miss out on that feature that YouTube does for us. Okay, here we go. Today's video is going to be on the Boxycharm base box for March 2020. If you're new to my channel, I have two accounts since I started this channel, and what I've done is on my regular account that I had for a long time, way before I decided to have a channel, that one I changed my base box into the Luxe, which I think is fantastic. But I wanted to make sure on the channel that some people that didn't upgrade to the Luxe, that you would still be able to see the base box on my channel, and so that's what I started doing. On top of that, when I was starting the channel, and it all happened, I think, in the month of September, which was a base box month, if turning into a Luxe, if my memory serves me right, I was planning on doing it just for the 1 month and then see how it goes. But with Boxycharm, you can't cancel, you can't put it on hold, you have to cancel and all that stuff. So I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I spoke to the people through email with Boxycharm, and they said, no, you'd have to cancel and then take it from there. Then the following month, they started the customization. So I decided to keep it because usually the customization product more than paid for the box. And then I had a customization on the base box in my regular account. And then in the months that we didn't get Luxe, I got that also a base box in the other account. At the beginning, it was absolutely fantastic. And I think this one is too. I didn't get any duplications at all in this, so I'm really, really excited. There were a couple items that I really wanted, and some I didn't even see through any sneak peeks or anything. So I know there's a lot of variations, so it's really, you pretty much are only know for sure, hopefully, that you're going to get your customization pick. Otherwise, you really don't know what you're going to be getting in the box, even with all the sneak peeks. So it's always exciting to watch other people's channels too, to see what they got in their boxes. So I think it's really great. Otherwise, it ends up being like the premium, which was the takeover box with the Fenty. Everybody pretty much got the exact same thing, except maybe a different color here or there. So I only filmed one of my premiums, not both. And then there'll be some giveaways in reference to that, because of course there were duplicates there. So definitely sign up. You have to be subscribed to the channel to be able to be part of the giveaway. So just make sure that the red button underneath is gray, and then you're all set. But I'm really, really excited to share this with you guys because this is the base box. This is where everything started with me with Boxycharm. And then I think it was $20 or $21. And I did purchase it for the whole year, which ended up costing me a little bit more instead of saving, because when they did the price increase, my month in November was when the renewal happened, and I got stuck in the $25 for the whole year as opposed to saving. So I don't know if having it for a whole year is as beneficial as it was when Boxycharm just started, so I'm going to have to look into that for next year because it automatically renewed and there was nothing I can do. Okay, so once again, base box, this is the $25 box. It's free shipping. Boxycharm does charge tax depending on your state. That's how much it's going to be. There was no card in this box this month, and there was also no foam, no anything. So I was really lucky that nothing got damaged. It is always this cute little red inside. I do remove all the items to take a picture for Instagram first so that everything looks pristine for Instagram. And then I play on YouTube. So before my hands and everything get into everything and we start playing, I want to make sure that that picture's done. So I don't really go through any of the information, but it also enabled me to see that I didn't get a card. So I did take the time to go on the websites of the brands that are in the box to see what the actual values were on the website and try to get a little bit more information. So because we didn't get the card. All right. The first item that was my my pick, which I was shocked when I saw the value of this item. It is the Murad Hydra Dynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes. It is a 0.5 fluid ounce product. Came in a retail box. The manufacturer suggested retail on their website is $70. So the ingredients in here must be unbelievable. I know Murad is an expensive line, but I have seen some great benefits with the Murad line. So I love when there's a Murad product in a base box, which is their starter box. So this is a $70 product in a $25 box. So the values are always there. I feel so blessed to be able to get these type of boxes. It blows my mind every time that I have the opportunity to try so many different products for such a small amount of money, to be able to have the luxury to try. And this is 1 out of 5 products that are in here. So this is what the item looks like here. It has a safety little thing here, and whoop, a lot of product in here. Like I said, there is only 0.5, but when you're doing any eye cream, you also have to be very careful how much you put there. So they always say to take a little dab, put it on your ring finger and tap it between the two, and that should be enough for your entire eye. So what I do is I go around the orbital bone, and then you don't have to go too close to the eye, otherwise you'll end up with tearing and things like that. So I enjoy so much eye creams, but you have to be very careful and not overdo, because you might end up with those little bumps underneath your eye if you put too much there, because your skin around your eyes is very thin. So really excited to get that. All right, the next item surprised me. Yeah, it was the I'm trying to remember that I don't forget to tell you something, and I just said, okay, I didn't tell you that yet. Okay, this here, didn't see anybody get this, and I was a little surprised to get it in the box. This is from the brand called CHELLA. And CHELLA I actually got introduced to with Ipsy, and if you haven't watched that box I went through, I got a sample size of something a couple of months ago, and then I got the full size deluxe. It ended up being a $45 4-color eyeshadow, which I think is very similar to my $3 for quad eyeshadow, but the packaging was beautiful and you could remove the eyeshadows and stuff. But if you haven't had the opportunity to watch that, definitely go back. All right, this here is a tweezer with a special design here, which maybe, you know, helps with hand holding it, so it may be ergonomically correct and maybe easier to do, but always good to have tweezers. Happy that this was in the box, but was shocked when I looked up the value of this tweezer is a $20 tweezer. I have always just used Tweezer Men, so hopefully this will be a new find, and really excited that this was in the box. Like I said, totally surprised. The next item in here was another surprise to me. This came in this beautiful packaging here, and it was from BECCA. And what it said on the box, they're saying it is the ultimate lip definer. And I opened it up, and it was a lip liner. The color looks like a perfect color. It's called Fearless. I will do a quick swatch for you guys here. Yeah, very smooth. That's what it looks like here. Just so you know, if you're not familiar with this, also looks like they call them automatic, where you can turn it as opposed to sharpening it. But even when you turn it, sometimes the top here ends up being not as pointed as you may want. So the other side here, if you take it off, they have this little component on the other side, and what that ends up happening is it ends up being what they call the sharpener. So you take that out, you sharpen the other side, and you'll get more of a point there. I wasn't sure what was underneath this little plastic area here, and I tried to look it up on their website, and it really didn't say anything. So I think this pretty much looks like something to help spread the liner around. I'm really gonna have to play. I never saw anything like this, but when I tried to use it, it kind of erased the liner, as you see here. So I really don't know what that's for, and there was no help on it in the on the website of BECCA. So if anyone knows, I would love you guys to leave that in the comments down below. But what was marked on the website is this is an $18 value. They're saying it's available in 30 shades, and they're saying it's supposed to have an 8-hour long wear. It's supposed to be waterproof, non-smudge, with a built-in sharpener. It's supposed to do moisturizing. It should go on satiny smooth, and it's infused with the next generation of hyaluronic acid, which I don't know what that means. So we'll have to play with this and see what it's all about. I do enjoy BECCA. I think the color is perfect for me, so that was another win. The next item in here was from Kat Von D, and I don't know if they're trying to, you know, her packaging is still saying Kat Von D. I know there was a whole announcement that she's no longer affiliated with the brand, and they're going to keep the initials KVD, and it's going to stand for vegan beauty and things like that. So I'm really not sure about the whole thing, but this box does say Kat Von D, and this is called a Signature Brow Precise Pencil, and the color that they sent me was Graphite. So I'm pretty not sure, because I saw some other people get blonde who were darker than me and things like that. So I don't know if they're going by the beauty profiles when they're putting certain products in the box. I'm a little confused about that. But this is like, it's called Graphite. One side has the spoolie, which I think is essential when you're doing your brows. And then the other side has the pencil, which is a twist up. And as you can see here, it has a square, more of a square edge to it, which I'm not used to. I've always seen ones that were either like a pencil or ones that had an angle. So this is going to be new to me to try, but I was a little concerned when I saw the color was Graphite. But with any brow product, the lighter you press or the darker you press, that's the color you're going to get. So I'm going to do one very dark where I'm going over and over, and then I'll do just a light one there so you can see. So if I press a little bit lighter, I will get use out of this. If not, I think it would be a little bit too dark for me. I usually would choose like a dark brown, or a lot of the universal colors are taupe, and the harder you press, the darker the color becomes. So same concept. So at least I'll be able to get some use out of this. Otherwise, like I said, some people got blonde, which didn't make any sense to me, and that's when I figured maybe they're not going by the beauty profile. So came in a retail box with the full size of this, and this item, the retail price on this is $22. So like I said, this is a $25 box, and one item on its own really pays for the box. But then when you start with a Murad cream that's $70, I think it is just unbelievable. Okay, this is what I really wasn't sure what was going to happen, because when you have two boxes, you're never sure if you're going to get the same items in both boxes, because they put them into two separate accounts. In the Boxy Luxe, I was lucky enough to choose the Tardiest eyeshadow palette, which blew my mind. But I also got the Boxycharm palette that we were seeing a couple of months ago. A couple of the larger influencers received, and it was so cute what they sent out to them. And I said, wow, I wonder if we're all gonna have an opportunity to get that product. Then when the sneak peeks came out, a lot of people said that the in the base box, there was going to be a choice of two palettes. It was either going to be a Hank and Henry, or you were going to get that Boxycharm palette, which he was very generously doing a nice take to say a thank you to all the people that set up on Instagram, hashtag Boxycharm Canada, hashtag, you know, Boxycharm Baddies, all those brands that really had no affiliation with him, but they set up accounts because they loved Boxycharm as much as we did, and they always gave us that sneak peek information that they sourced and they found out. So I just thought it was really special that he acknowledged it, and then he put it in a palette, which I thought was really great. And it looks like it's going to be a fun palette to play with. But I got that in the Luxe, so I was keeping my fingers crossed that I wasn't going to end up with that palette in the base. But if I did, it would have gone in a giveaway. But I got lucky. I got the Hank and Henry palette, which I have never tried the Hank & Henry eyeshadows, which is why I love getting boxes, because it solely gives me the opportunity to try and then tell you guys even more about it. So this is the Hank & Henry. It's called In Living Color. And this says it's made in China, but it's distributed by Hank & Henry in Los Angeles, California. I was so excited. It also says it's a vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. So I know this is not a palette that I would have probably picked for myself. So when you get them in the box, it just adds an extra bonus. Number one, value-wise, I'm not sure how expensive or inexpensive Hank & Henry is. I got introduced to Hank & Henry through the boxes with their liquid eyeliner, which I thought was fantastic. I got their double-sided mascara and things like that. So I have liked their line and I have enjoyed it. I just haven't had the opportunity to try any of their eyeshadows. So I'm really, really excited to get that. Am I a huge lover of these big, boxes? Years ago, I would have said yes. I would have bought anything where the packaging was absolutely stunning. And that's what I used to do all the time. But now that we get so many eyeshadow palettes and boxes and I travel so much, there's no way that to store these type of boxes, like the Storybook palettes, I think are stunning. But to store them has been an absolute nightmare for me. And I cannot part with them because they're too cute. And it's just crazy. Anyways, this is how large this palette box is. I'm excited to try the colors and we'll see what is there. I know a lot of people do unpotting and potting and things like that. I still work, I still stuff. So to get the filming done and all that and to share this with you guys is all the time I have to start having time to play and go through and even declutter. I haven't even had the opportunity to do that. So you don't realize how much time, like I used to love sitting down at nighttime and just catching up on all the other YouTube videos, and now it's only when I'm trying to do uploads and things like that that I have the time to look at other people's, because that's the time that I have. So it's really has changed the dynamic. Just in a short period of time of having the channel, I had no idea how much time this takes. So it is truly a form of passion when you have a channel and sharing and creating these relationships, because it really takes a lot of time. Okay, so here is the palette. I'm going to open this up for you guys. It comes with a plastic shield. When I went on the website, I could not see this being sold by itself, but they were selling it as a bundle where you were able to get this whole palette plus 2 of their new face sponges. And that whole kit, this palette with those 2 sponges was $40. So this here is the, this whole area that I'm covering on top is the size of the mirror. And this is how beautiful these colors are. So I'm going to do a quick swatch and then we should be good. All right, so it looks like it's a mixture of mattes and shimmers, but I really don't see, I like when there's a color that is a light color that helps me it's a shade that's like a taupey shade or a light ivory shade that when I use primer, and even if I don't use primer, that I'm able to put that all over the lid and then I start in with my colors. So when a palette doesn't have that, I find I'm reaching always for another palette. So that's the only thing here that I'm seeing that it doesn't have, but you never know. Let's see, let's play. Okay, so the first 3 items here, these are the colors here. They're really vibrant. Okay. And they go on beautifully. That's what they look like here. Okay, the next 3 are here. Okay, the blue seems to be going on not as vibrant as the other colors. I know a lot of girls say that's patchy. What that patchiness means to me is that it doesn't look smooth, but to me, when you go over again, usually it takes away that. So there you go. All right. And then the last 3 here is 1 matte and 2 more shimmers. There is no names. I'm going to check on the back of the palette, but I don't see any names written on the, which I always like because, well, first of all, if you're doing tutorials where the girls do tutorials, I like when they tell us what the names are. But for me, I just like the creativity of what they end up calling the names on the palette. So let me just double check here. And they do have names on the back. So I will read those to you. And that's what it looks like here. Okay, they have Sultry Sin, Fu Sha, Peacock, Drag Gin Blood. Oh, these are crazy. This is Rosalina Lita, Boys Toy, it's written really crazy. Rustige, I think, Lac Canada, and Marina French. I don't know. That's what it looks like there. So that's it. That's everything that we got in a Boxycharm base box. Like I said, I really felt like I was missing out when I was getting my Luxe, because none of these products were in my Luxe. So then when I would see other people open up the base box, I was like, oh, I would have liked that, or I would have liked to try that. So like I said, for $25, I think this is an absolute win. I think this is a great way to start and get a taste for $25. The values are always 4 times the amount. One item alone is $70. This palette here in the bundle was $40. We have the KD, Kat Von D brow, which was $22, and we have the BECCA liner, which I think was $18, and then we had a tweezer that was $20. So I mean, to me, it's an absolute win. I definitely recommend this. Boxycharm has been getting us the brands like I've never seen, and when people ask me which boxes do you choose, the boxes that I choose are the ones that are on this channel. I cannot help you in reference to saying, oh, this is what you should do or this is what you shouldn't do. That's why I did the channel, so that I can show you guys, and then like I say at the beginning, it changes from a want to a need. So if you see any of these products, and if you're like me, we want more than we need. So if any of this is of any interest to you, that's why I wanted to do the channel, so that we can share. And I also love very much the community that we've created here on True Wants, where you guys comment and tell me what you got in your boxes. I definitely would love to know what that other side is used for on the BECCA, so if you have any information on that as well. Once again, thank you so much for finding my newer channel. I know this is a large platform, and I really do appreciate when you do subscribe. It means everything. I also appreciate so much when you share my channel, but more importantly, I appreciate that you take your time to spend with me. All right, we'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.